Thank you so much for joining us, Congressman Seth Moulton. I want to bring in Great America PAC co-chair Ed Rollins and Democratic strategist Richard Goodstein. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Politics can be an ugly business. Ed, your thoughts on what we just heard?
Well, obviously the congressman served his country ably and effectively in his 4 tours of duty. There must be something on the water when you get back home, though, and obviously you get kind of diluted. Last time I looked, Saddam Hussein is no longer on this earth, and my sense is that Hillary obviously has to live under the agenda that she just served. So I think the magic of Trump is he's a strong leader. He's going to come in and change and look at things in a different way and listen to what the troops want, listen to what the leadership wants. And I think to a certain extent that's his selling point.
Right. And Richard, tonight Hillary is expected to make the case that she is fit to be commander-in-chief. What do you think we'll hear from her tonight?
Well, I think we'll hear a couple things. First of all, before she speaks, we're going to hear from a long list of admirals and generals who think that Donald Trump is entirely unfit to be commander-in-chief. Look, you know, I heard what Ed just said. This is Donald Trump. I'm sorry. He said that Japan, South Korea, the Saudis should have nuclear weapons, that he would consider using nuclear weapons in Europe. He's scaring foreign leaders to death, not because he's going to be so strong, but just because, like his comments yesterday, when he says he's joking.
Right.
Forget what Seth Moulton said about, joking about putting his finger on the button.
The problem is he's scaring. You're saying that he's scaring foreign leaders. Hillary Clinton scared Americans when she used a private server and made
she didn't scare them.
Our national security sensitive and vulnerable. That's the issue, and that's one of the reasons that people don't trust her, and that is what she needs to overcome tonight.
Let me answer your question. Here's what she's going to do. She's going to say, you can trust me to go to bat for you. You know me to be tenacious. You know me to be strong. Character is what you do when no one's looking. Before she was in public life, she was going to bat for childhood health, education, for the disabled. Donald Trump was mocking disabled people. And before he was in public life, he was screwing his workers and contractors and so forth. That's, I think, the contrast. She's going to say, you can trust me. Think what you want about my server. You can trust me to use that tenacity for you.
Donald Trump has never served a day in government. She has been around government for 30 years in different positions. The country has watched her. She has a 68% of the country, including many Democrats, who don't think she's honest. And why
the most admired woman in the U.S. in the past 20 years, and the most admired woman in the world for 20 years.
Excuse me. Go look at a poll.
Where did you get that? The most admired woman in the U.S.?
Go look at any poll.
No, in the world. Excuse me, in the world.
Well, she's not running for
she's not running.
Well, great. And it's always the 2 or 3 most famous people in the world, and sometimes even a movie star. This is about what Americans have watched her for a period of time: 8 years as a senator, 8 years as a first lady, and 4 years as Secretary of State. And 68% of them don't trust her. That's a pretty indicting position to be. So my sense is she's got to make a brilliant speech tonight. She's got to rise to the same occasion the 3 big speeches before her have, and maybe she can convince the Americans. But right today, the vast majority of Americans don't think she's honest and trustworthy.
Yeah, that is the issue that she has to overcome tonight, Richard. We know that. And we know that there are active investigations right now around the Clinton Foundation. These are the realities that she actually does need to overcome tonight when she speaks to the American people. So we're just trying to figure out how she's going to do it.
Well, as I said, I think that her point's going to be, look at the values that I bring to this, where I'm using my talents to, again, while she was in law school and beyond, to help people who really couldn't help themselves. Again, and that's how she's going to lick this whole trust thing. The fact is that she's lucky that Donald Trump's numbers are as bad or worse. But she's going to basically say, I have that responsibility gene. It's my Methodist upbringing. Again, you'll hear these terms that has kind of imbued in me the passion for helping others. People may think that's a joke. She's serious about it, and I think most people will come away believing that she's serious about it.
Right.
You know, at the end of the day...
Ed, Richard, thank you so much.
Okay,
we appreciate it. Yeah, go ahead, Ed. Final
no,
word.
she's going to be judged on what she's done. 8 years as a senator, 4 years as a Secretary of State. And those are the issues, not what she did in college, not what she did as a volunteer when she was in the Girl Scouts. This is about her present experience.
Gentlemen, thank you. We will
you.
see you soon, gentlemen. We appreciate it. One last night of the Democratic National Convention here in Philadelphia, which means